Jabez Stone was a simple farmer living in a quiet village in New Hampshire, but his life had been plagued with misfortune for as long as he could remember. Year after year, his crops failed despite his hard work, his savings vanished, and his family endured endless hardship, leaving him frustrated and desperate. One stormy evening, standing in his barren field and looking out over the ruined land, he muttered in despair, "If someone could grant me 7 years of happiness, I would give anything. Even my soul," not realizing that his words had summoned a mysterious stranger named Mr. Scratch, a tall man with sharp, piercing eyes and a chilling smile who offered him a deal, 7 years of prosperity in exchange for his soul. Fear and temptation battled within Jabez, but the allure of wealth, comfort, and an escape from lifelong struggle proved irresistible, and with trembling hands he signed the contract, unknowingly binding himself to a fate that would test his courage, integrity, and very soul. For 7 years, Jabez Stone lived a life he had never imagined. Crops flourished like never before, money poured in, his home was filled with laughter and abundance, and he walked proudly among his thriving fields, savoring the taste of wealth and success. Yet deep within, a quiet unease stirred, a shadow of the inevitable consequences that loomed over him. When the 7 years ended, Mr. Scratch returned to claim Jabez's soul. And the once prosperous man now trembled with fear and regret, crying out, I won't go with you," as darkness and dread seemed to close in around him. In desperation, he sought the help of the legendary lawyer Daniel Webster, a man of sharp wit, eloquence, and unwavering courage, who agreed to defend Jabez in a trial unlike any other, held at the stroke of midnight before a jury of damned spirits, where Mr. Scratch used every trick, every argument, and every deception he knew to claim the farmer's soul. But Daniel Webster, with intelligence, passion, and powerful words, countered each point, reminding the jury of Jabez's humanity, his love for his country, his family, and his neighbors, and declaring boldly, "A man who has loved his country, his neighbors, and his family cannot be claimed by the devil." The courtroom was tense, shadows danced across the walls, whispers echoed in the dark, and the atmosphere was thick with suspense. Yet Webster's confidence never faltered, and slowly but surely, the jury turned in their favor. In the end, Jabez's soul was saved, Mr. Scratch vanished into the night defeated, and Jabez returned to his farm grateful, humbled, and wiser than before, realizing that true prosperity was not measured in wealth, luck, or temporary success, but in courage, justice, hope, and the willingness to stand for what is right. Even in the face of darkness, and though life could still be difficult, he now understood the greatest lesson of all: no bargain, no matter how tempting, is worth losing one's soul. And from that day forward, he worked his land with gratitude, patience, and a renewed respect for the value of living a righteous life, treasuring every moment of peace and every small joy that came his way, knowing that the true treasures of life were not gold or silver, but the strength of character, the love of family, and the courage to face one's fears.